Hello and welcome to the channel. The United States and the European Union (EU) have condemned Nigeria's election in its entirety, citing violence, voter intimidation as well as voter suppression. They said Nigerians were willing to make their voices heard, but the electoral body INEC and powers that be silenced those voices. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. USA, EU condemned violence, voter intimidation, suppression during March 18 elections. The United States Embassy in Nigeria and the European Union Election Observation Mission in Nigeria have condemned in its entirety the spate of violence, voter intimidation and suppression that marked the Saturday, March 18 governorship and state houses of assembly elections in Lagos, Kano and other states. The EU Observation Mission on Monday faulted the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for failing to live up to the expectations in Nigeria's electoral process. The chief observer, EU Election Observation Mission, Baru Andrews, in his preliminary statement of the EU EOM on the governorship and state houses of assembly elections, said Nigerians hungered for democracy and were ready to be involved in the country's democracy. However, he noted the appetite was lost due to failures by the political elite and INEC. Andrew said, "Throughout the mission, we saw that Nigerians have a great appetite for democracy and are keen to engage in various civic activities. However, in many parts of the country, their expectations were not met. Many were disappointed and we witnessed voter apathy that is in part a clear consequence of failures by political elites and unfortunately also by INEC. Public confidence and trust in INEC were severely damaged on 25th February due to lack of transparency and operational failures in the conduct of the federal level polls. Up until the postponement, INEC continued to abstain from providing information, limiting its communication to a few press releases and ceremonial statements, and hence failing to address public grievances and rebuild confidence in the electoral process. From 11 March onwards, despite compressed timeframes, INEC introduced various corrective measures to render a timely delivery of electoral materials, efficient use of election technologies, and ensure prompt publication of result forms, some of which were effective. Positively, INEC introduced some corrective measures ahead of Saturday's polls, allowing a timely delivery of sensitive materials and improved use of election technologies, yet the institution continued to lack transparency. According to Andrews, the March 18 elections did not face the same problems with the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system as on 25th February. Result forms for the governorship polls were uploaded and displayed for public scrutiny, whereas at the time of the declaration of presidential results, only 1/4 of results forms were visible. By midday on March 19, governorship result forms available online ranged from 62 to 97% depending on the state. Also, the United States Embassy in Nigeria in a statement expressed deep concerns by the disturbing acts of violent voter intimidation and suppression that took place during those polls in Lagos, Kano, and other states. The statement read, "Members of the U.S. diplomatic mission observed the elections in Lagos and elsewhere and witnessed some of these incidents firsthand. The use of ethnically charged rhetoric before, during, and after the gubernatorial election in Lagos was particularly concerning. We commend all Nigerian political actors, religious and community leaders, youth and citizens who have chosen to reject and speak out against such violence and inflammatory language, affirming Nigerians' commitment to and respect for the democratic process. We call on Nigerian authorities to hold accountable and bring to justice any individuals found to have ordered or carried out efforts to intimidate voters and suppress voting during the election process. The United States likewise will consider all available actions, including additional visa restrictions on individuals believed to be responsible for or complicit in undermining the democratic process in Nigeria." The United States likewise will consider all available actions, including additional visa restrictions on individuals believed to be responsible for or complicit in undermining the democratic process in Nigeria. Following the February 25th national elections, the United States joined other international observers in urging the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to improve voting processes and technical elements that experienced flaws in that voting round. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. The March 18 elections appear to have had significant operational improvements as polling stations generally opened on time and most results were visible on an electronic viewing platform in a timely manner. The United States renews its call for any challenges to election results to go through established legal processes, which must not be interfered with. We further call for Nigeria's people to work together as they participate in and continue to strengthen the country's vibrant democracy, it added. Election observers are essential in ensuring quality and transparent electoral processes, Mahmoud Yakubu, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), said. The progressive improvement in our electoral democracy since 1999 draws in part from the reports of observers and the study tours. Despite their important roles, election observers in Nigeria face harassment and assaults while carrying out their duty. In the preparation for the 18 March gubernatorial elections in Nigeria, the Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development (CJID) deployed 56 observers across 31 states. In the course of undertaking their duty, some were victims of abuse from various actors, among other forms of assault. Some of them were detained, beaten, threatened, or had their phones seized. One of the observers, Abiodun Jamiu, was attacked at polling unit 11, Garba ward of the Bodinga local government in Sokoto State. This incident took place at about 10 a.m. while he checked the voters' register at the said polling units. He said, "Some men approached me and told me to identify myself, which I did. They left, came back and told me to leave." As he tried to make sense of the demand, they charged at him with an apparent intent to attack. Although he hurriedly left the polling unit for another one, the men followed him and chased him out of the local government. He said, "I had to leave to avoid being beaten up." That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.